Hi, everybody. How are you? It's Jay Victoria. Happy new week. I've actually kind of started doing these energy updates on Monday or early in the week, so we'll just go with it. Okay, so the energy update for this week, which is June 17th, we're already like, okay, we're here, June. Mhm. Um, so the energy update right now is I'm sure you've seen this like a few other places, but like I think it's really true that um I feel like we're kind of like coming through something, all collectively. I don't like that word, but like, we all kind of we feel the collective energy and the energy of, you know, the bigger energies that are affecting us all. And each of us has our own life and our own journey, but I feel like there's some kind of thing that we're coming through right now. And it feels right now like we're almost we're almost through it. And good things that you can do right now, like these are the things I'm doing that are helping me, is there's a few different things. One thing I would highly recommend is instead of focusing on the problems, realize that you can't focus on the problems and on the solution at the same time because we're talking about two different realities. So when you're focusing on the reality of the problem, it's kind of like you're living in that reality. But if you take your focus off, like you acknowledge the problem, and then you go, okay, what is the solution? You take your focus onto the solution, you're actually going to feel that you can't focus on both. And that can be really, really helpful because, you know, this is what happens with negative energy. Like I see energy, and this is what I see is that it wants to distract you because you're the one with the power. We can feel a lot of times in life like negative energy is attacking us or in charge of us or hurting us or cursing us, all those things. But the truth about it is, you are God incarnate. You are the spirit of God. You are the power, the power. And the truth about energy is that positive energy is the only thing that is real and that really exists and that has any actual influence and power. So that is who you are. Your actual identity is positive energy only. So what negative energy has to do is get you to do things. You see how that works? Because it can't do anything. It's a shadow, it's an illusion, it's a lie, and it doesn't actually inherently even exist. So um, it has to get you to do things, it has to influence you in order for its plans to come about. You know what I mean? So what it does is it tries to distract you. It tries to pull your focus onto how bad things are. It tries to depress you and make you anxious. And the way you know that it's negative energy is if it's fear. Is there any fear involved here? Am I seeing things in a fearful way? You know, if you really look at why you're depressed or why you're anxious, it's always going to come down to some kind of fear, and negative belief, which is the same as fear. So the thing about fear is that they're never truth ever. They're just fear of something. And that quote by Eleanor Roosevelt is extremely true. The only thing to fear is fear itself, because that is the whole problem. It's not, I like to joke with people that when they're talking about their problems, I like to wave my hand in front of their face and go, "Where's the problem? I can't find it. I don't see it. It's just fear." You know what I mean? So when you're caught up in all these things inside of yourself, what reality do you want to birth? What reality do you want to create? What reality do you want to live in? Because your reality that you live is created moment by moment. It's a profound thought, but it's real. Your reality is created moment by moment, choice by choice. And that's what they talk about when people talk about timelines. And it's real, and it's such a natural part of life. I'll tell you a quick story um about this to illustrate my point. So I've been working on building up my wealth, and I'm fascinated by the connection between energy and wealth because it's extremely real. And I've been able to create incredible, you know, changes and results through learning about the energy of wealth. I did a master class on that, by the way. It's free. It's here on my page. You can just scroll down a bit. It's from like 2 weeks ago. Um, it's really, really good. I put a lot of good things in there. So go watch that for sure if you're interested in this. But I started to notice, there's a deep connection between self value and wealth. And if you're in survival mode, you you actually limit your ability to receive more. That's the name of my new masterclass coming up this week, by the way. Receive more, because it's like you're saying, this is all I have and this is all I'm going to have. And you're deciding that. And there's a difference between being practical and limiting yourself. So I think that's why we always need to have a balance of the feminine, which is about energy, and the masculine, which is about the practical and the physical. But we need both. So when you're in survival mode, you're basically just living in this. You're saying this does not exist. Things can't just happen. Nobody can just, things can't change out of nowhere. And energy isn't part of this. I have this many pennies and that's it. So, but that's not the truth. So on the other hand, you can't just act like money's going to fall from the sky all the time and you don't have to like be responsible at all. So it's a balance of both. And I started to notice, I'm getting to the point, by the way, with timelines. So the point is, I started to notice that once I made some money, enough money that I could maybe do something for my feminine side, my energetic side, which is also the realm of joy and pleasure. Um, I did, and it was like, it's funny how when you're in survival mode, you think that you can't, I know I can't spend that. I can't. And you actually can, for the sake of joy, for the sake of your feminine side. So I started, still being responsible, but doing those little things. Like instead of buying like a spice for rice, I bought chocolate pudding and they were the same price. The chocolate pudding was actually less money. Um, she gave me back 20 cents and I was like, oh, okay. But I did that just for the sake of joy. It wasn't practical at all. I just wanted chocolate pudding, but there's a small way of amping up the energy, the self value, what actually brings you wealth. Small ways even really count. And then I took it up. The next time I got paid, I took it up another step. Um, I bought myself a matcha latte, which is my favorite. And I was like, oh my God, I'm indulging, but like I had such a great day after that. And um, I did start a part-time job, by the way, in the West Village. It's really awesome. I really actually love it. I'm a hostess. And just like 2 days a week. And that day, because I know it's because I treated myself, somebody handed me $20. They just handed it to me. That never happened before too. So I could see the correlation. And then I was like, wait, I just made back the matcha latte doubled, actually. Because lattes are like $10 around. Anyway, New York City. I love it. They're probably that expensive anywhere. Anyway, um, so there's a correlation between what happens and the choices you make. I took it up another step. Yesterday, I was going around getting groceries, super responsible, getting all the things that I needed. Um, and I walked past this like cafe that I really wanted to go to. and hadn't been there yet. And I went in because I'm obsessed with matcha. I was like, "Do you have matcha?" But it was like late at night, like dinner time. And they were like, "Yeah, we do during the day." And I was like thinking to myself, I'm gonna plan and come get a latte. But then I saw they were closed on Monday, which is today. And I was like, I think I'm supposed to enjoy this place right now, even though it doesn't seem practical. And they had this thing on the menu called zero proof. It was like a wine or something, zero proof. And I was like, I love that. Because sometimes you have to do things with zero proof that it'll work. That's where faith comes from. And so I sat there and I went for it. I ordered something and I really enjoyed it, you know. And the person was so nice who was waiting on me. We had a great conversation. And I got to call my dad for Father's Day, and it was so great. And I was thinking while I was sitting there, like, I want to like buy a new outfit, but like, you know, again, I want to be practical right now. So I sit there and I'm just, you know, enjoying it. I walk away from that on my way home, carrying my big bag of groceries, and there's this like stoop sale. So this I walk up to it and this girl is selling all her stuff because she's moving to Germany. She has these beautiful things, beautiful clothes. And I was like, isn't that funny how I was just thinking like, where am I gonna get a new outfit for like a decent, practical, you know, non-investment, just like something simple. It appeared to me, you guys. And it was like I actually walked a different way than I usually walk. I'm just remembering right now. So my timeline changed because I chose something that nourished me in the energies that create wealth, which is self value, presence, pleasure, the feminine, basically. Those are the same ingredients as feminine energy. So when you take care of your feminine energy, you will like your reality will meet you there. And so it's like I got to actually get this outfit I'm wearing right now for $10. I mean, you can't beat that, right? Um, and not only did I get that, but like it came to me. I didn't even have to go anywhere. You know, I was on my way home and it appeared to me. So these things happen. And that's why I'm saying when you're in survival mode, if I would have made the choice to be like, that's not practical to sit and have a nice dinner, you know, when I should be doing this or that, or spending this on this or that, you know, saying I'll do it later, for example, which is a really big mistake for a lot of the things in our lives. Um, I could have stayed in survival mode. I don't think I would have come across that stoop sale. And I don't think that, um, like, I think today I wouldn't feel the energy that I do, you know, wearing this beautiful outfit and, you know, having had that beautiful experience last night and feeling more relaxed, you know what I mean, overall. So it's like you get to choose your timeline, and that's how people stay in survival mode. You know, if I would have made that choice, like, oh, I can't do that, it's not practical, you know, I'm basically saying I'm going to stay in survival mode. So I believe that, you know, the energy of wealth and God, you know, wants to work with you and help you to make choices that will move you forward. And those choices don't always look practical, you know, and they don't have to be crazy, but I think there's a balance between the masculine and the feminine. So I think that in terms of the energy update, it's like we have to really have trust right now, you know, in these types of things. We have to develop trust in the world beyond the physical, you know, because these laws are real and they matter. And, you know, I've been playing with these philosophies and it's not easy to do, I will say, when there are things that you need to take care of. There are responsibilities that you have to take care of, but it's still real. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I would recommend if you're looking for some golden nuggets is, you know, to not wait to be the person that you want to be and to notice where life is giving you resources to become that person, even in little ways, like me even getting a matcha. That's what me and my ideal life would do. So if I have the $8 to do it, why would I not do it? And then I end up making that money back and more. You know what I mean? Because I nurtured my self-value, because I nurtured my joy in life, which helped me to do a better job that day, I'm sure, and to feel less needy overall, probably. You know what I mean? So it's there are connections between your energy and what happens in your life. And um so not waiting, for things to change, but instead deciding that you're going to find ways to make a change is going to help you a lot. Um, as we go through this thing that we're coming through, and we're kind of just coming through the last part of it, I would also say that don't be afraid to push a little bit. Don't be afraid to, like, if something isn't working the first time you try it, to try it again. I don't know if you're like me, but I have been very I don't know what the word is, but like worried a little bit about making the right choice, you know, energetically or in the bigger picture, because we have our human perspective and then there's the bigger picture perspective. And I'm always like, should I do this or should I do that? It's that feeling. Should I? I don't know. Even with little tiny things. Um, but what I've actually started to learn lately is that you know what you're doing, like if you really learn to trust yourself, that is a good thing. And that's what I've come to. And that if you think you should do this thing and it doesn't work the first time you try it, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to do it. Maybe you're meant to learn how to persevere. And that's kind of the vibe of this time that feels like we're in. Like, trust yourself. Like, can you trust God and trust yourself at the same time? Can you know that you were given power? Can you know that, you know, you're meant to also make things happen, and decide what you want. Sorry, my door just opened because the wind. And now my kitty is looking in it. Okay. Um, Let me just fix that real quick. Hello. Thank you. My higher chakras are still clearing a lot, by the way. So I'm coughing. This is also from the Stoop sale. And I was like, I needed a mug too. And look, there it is. There it is. So yeah, I would say like those are the important things right now, you guys. Like, there's definitely a time of faith. I think it almost goes without saying that we need faith and asking for what you want, feeling that connection with God, getting closer, with Jesus, and understanding the love that's there for you. That again can fix things in a way that we just should rely upon, I believe. Um, at the same time, living in your divine power and making choices that empower you and that support your self-value, support your joy. Choosing to be the person that you want to be, even in small ways that will end up adding up to big ways. You keep doing it week after week, day after day, moment after moment, and persevering with what you know you want, you know? Um, I'll give another quick example um, before I go, signing off here. I There's this job that I, am in New York to do, and it's the biggest deal for me. I've been preparing for it for 8 months now, and um, I know who to contact, to apply this year. It's a comedy job, and the guy, who's my contact said, um, I have a new assistant. Email my old assistant, and she'll give you the email of the new assistant so you can apply. And I'm like, okay. I didn't know, does the old assistant even work there anymore. Like, is she going to get my email? So I emailed her twice the past 2 weeks, no response. But I woke up today and I was like, you know what? Monday morning is a good time to reach people and I am going to go for it. So I emailed her a follow up and I emailed him directly. And that was me persevering. It was like, so that's what I mean when you think like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to do that or it's not the right time or whatever. Instead, again, like really trust yourself and trust your practical side, trust your energetic side. Like, you know what you're doing. And that was my perspective. It was like, hey, like, okay, the Monday morning, that's when people are going to look at their emails. I'm not going to do it before then. I'm going to do it at the right time. I did it this morning. I got a response from the old assistant and the new assistant, like bam, bam, like that fast. And just like that, I'm in touch with the new assistant. Bam, done, ready to go. So, that feels good, when you get results like that. And um, don't be afraid to run offense, to go for things, to persevere, um, because that's part of life, you know. So I hope this helped you. I think I shared a lot of good nuggets, and I hope it helps you. I know it's a time that may feel a little, I don't know what the word is. I think you can feel it, um, but never to be afraid. There's no fear. Fear isn't going to help you, and keep going. So I hope this does help you. And if you'd like to do a free consult with me, um, you can click the link. Um, Actually, it's going to be an email, and then I'll send you my link. We all have to go through these email loops, don't we? Not email loops, email processes. Anyway, I'm going to go. But you can click the email in my description. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. Bye.